In this video, I will show you how to benchmark your AMD or NVIDIA GPUs and how to use the results of the benchmark for improving your mining setup. First, navigate to Automation and click on Benchmark. If you haven't created any benchmarks yet, like me, you first need to click on Add New Benchmark button. A form for creating a benchmark will open up. You need to select the worker which you want to benchmark. To do this, click on the selection menu and select the worker. Next, you will need to name your benchmark. You can choose whichever name you like, but make sure to select a name that will help you recall what was benchmarked. For example, if this is your RX 480 benchmark for all algorithms, you can name it RX 480 All or similar. You will also need to select a benchmark duration, which can be fast, medium, slow, or very slow. The longer duration you will select, the more time will be required for the benchmark to finish, but there is more chance to get a better success rate. I will select a slow benchmark, which will take 120 seconds for each option in the benchmark. Lastly, you need to define all the options that you want to benchmark. You can add an option by selecting the algorithm, mining client, and configuration. Configuration can be either a MinerStat default or a config template you have previously created. If you use MinerStat default configuration, your rig will mine to MinerStat's sandbox pool, which is used only for benchmarking purposes and won't hit any blocks, so no earnings can be drawn from it. You can read more about it on pool.ms. A link to it will also be attached to the description of this video. The easiest and fastest way to set up a benchmark is by clicking the button Load All Default Options. When you do, all algorithms and all mining clients combinations will be loaded to the benchmark list. You can remove the options you don't like by clicking the bin icon. Every time you add or remove an option, the estimated duration of the benchmark will be recalculated and show how many hours and minutes the benchmark will last. Once you have added all combinations you like to benchmark, you can click the button Save and Benchmark. The page will refresh, showing you the benchmark profile, and if your worker is online or idle, it will start with benchmarking. In the benchmark profile, you can see the current status of your benchmark. In the top right corner, you can find a button to stop the benchmark and a button to continue with the benchmark if it is stuck or stopped. Below is a summary of the total number of algorithms, clients, completed options, successful options, and the estimated remaining time. For each benchmarking option, you can see the speed that was reached. If there is a power consumption available, you can also see consumption and power efficiency. A star icon denotes the best option by speed, by consumption, or by power efficiency within the same algorithm. The status column will show you if the option is still pending, was successful, or if it failed. Once the benchmarking process is finished, you will be able to clear the values, share the results, export the results, load the results to the mining calculator, and rerun the benchmark for all options or all failed options. By clicking on the benchmark link, you can go back to the benchmarks list and see the list of all completed and pending benchmarks with short summaries. Each benchmark can be exported, examined in the details on the benchmark profile, duplicated, or deleted. In case your benchmark has a lot of failed results, I suggest to detach the ClockTune profile from the worker's config and run the benchmark for a longer time. Not all algorithms can work under the same overclocking settings, and some mining clients need more time than others to start mining, especially if the number of GPUs in the rig is larger.